so, I mean, the depth is there.
Right.
Almost 4 or 5 deep sometimes because it doesn't matter who you plug in. Do you feel like that right
Yeah,
now with
you
this
know,
group?
I really do. You know, when you talk about experience, you know, Taylor coming back for 6 years has been a great addition for us. Then you have DeAndre Mann, who's played in some games and had some success. And, you know, with Keon Kenner, you know, by him being able to come in spring and do what he did,
Sure.
you know, he still hadn't done it in the Big 12 game, but at least he's been through a spring and you kind of have an idea about what he's going to be able to do. So really, then you have Ryan, who came in, you know, he's a walk-on, but he's a quality back.
Yeah.
You know, I think he's going to be able to help us. And so really the only guy, the unknown, is kind of Taylor Martin.
Sure.
And, you know, the good thing for us is that, you know, he doesn't have to do it right away. You know, we
Right.
kind of get him in a position that, you know, he'll be able to help sometime during the season.
Is it hard to not look at it and say, okay, who's going to do James Sims' role? Who's going to do Tony's role? I mean, do you even look at it that way? Or?
No, not now, you know, because I think for the first time we have a guy in Keon Kenner who's a combination of James and Tony. He's not as big as James or as physical, but he has Tony's speed.
Yeah.
He has pretty good ball skills, you know, so he's a guy that could be every down back, and you don't have to worry about getting a change of pace guy in there.
Yeah.
You know, and then you have DeAndre when he's healthy. You know, he's a guy that, you know, he's quicker than he is fast, and he's a powerful runner. So,
Sure.
you know, when those guys are in the game, you're going to get about the same thing, except for the top end speed with DeAndre.
Okay.
And then, you know, the guy that I'm hoping to see when we scrimmage this weekend, that he'll carry over from the spring, is Ryan.
Yeah.
You know, because he's a guy with really good speed.
Sure,
you know,
sure.
Real good functional game speed. So it'll be interesting to see him.
Did he play receiver in the spring? Or was
No, he was a running back.
Okay.
You know, he started off at receiver, then we moved him to
Okay.
running back. And I mean, I tell you what, he made the change really quick.
Yeah.
You know, and there's some things. He's not as natural as you would like. But I
Right.
think in getting reps, the more reps he get, the better he'll be at it. You know?
He was one of those guys that stood out every spring practice we went to.
Yeah.
What is it about him? I mean, it just.
I tell you what, he is. When he has a ball in his hand, he has a burst.
Okay.
You know, and it's a different burst than other guys. You know, and I talk about it in a meeting. There's some guys that are 4.3 that play like they're 4.7.
Okay.
There's some guys that are 4.7 that play like they're 4.3, and he's a guy that plays really, really fast. So
Yeah.
what you want him to do is kind of slow it down a little bit, where, you know, have a little bit of patience with
Sure,
it, and that's
sure.
what he has to learn, is just to have some patience when he's running the ball, because sometimes he'll get out in front of the blockers and that type of thing. But once he gets it, I think he's got a chance to be really good.
Cool. And he was a track
Guy, yeah.
So does he have football background? I haven't talked
Yeah,
to
he
him
played
yet.
in high school, but you know, he's, you know,
Raw.
yeah, and that's good.
Yeah.
You know, because you know he doesn't have any bad habits.
Right. Okay.
You
Cool.
know, so it's good.
Cool.
So Ryan will be a full-time running back, or is
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah.
Is he the type of guy you just almost want to get him in space with his speed? Is that you that type of running back, or
No, you know, he's a lot stronger than you think. I think he's about 190 pounds. You know, he's one of the stronger guys on the team. So he can run in between the tackles, and you know, he has the ability to bounce things and run on the perimeter. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what happens. You know, how far he's improved from the spring to the fall.
How do you end up here? Any idea?
You know what? When you talk to Clint,
Yeah.
that's a Clint thing.
Okay.
So, you know, he emailed us a couple of times and said, hey, Clint, what about this guy? And Clint said, yeah, he'll be a good guy to walk on. And, you know, you never know what you're going to get.
Right.
And he's a guy that will probably end up having a chance to play on special teams and,
Awesome.
you know, make a contribution to running back.
Cool.
Hey, Reggie,